Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Thank you guys for joining in. We are here with UFC featherweight contender, the always entertaining Damon Jackson. Damon, thank you for taking the time and joining us. Thank you so much. How are you? How's your day been?
It's going good, man. I just about to head to the gym right now. I got some cardio, just cardio today, so pretty
Oh
chill
man,
day.
yeah, it's a chill. I love cardio, man. What kind of workout is your favorite? Is it a cardio? Is it, sparring? Which one?
I like jujitsu, like wrestling and jujitsu. That's my
Oh
favorite
man.
workout. Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite workout is wrestling, obviously. Then it's kickboxing. I'm a big fan of cardio. Not a big fan of cardio, but I love doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, top three, man. So we're here. Well, I wanted to ask you this: are you gonna fight this year, man? Again, like, are we gonna see you in the octagon soon?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm opening my own gym right now, and I'm planning on opening it on June 1st. And once I open the gym, I plan on fighting either the end of June or maybe in July. So, but yeah, I'm trying to fight soon.
You talked about a gym. So what is your gym called? Is it what is it? What is
Uh,
your
it
gym called?
it's Fortis MMA Lakeside.
Oh yeah,
So
so
it's a
it's gonna
branch of
be.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh wait, is that your dog over there? Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's shit. Yeah, he's zooming around.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I have a dog myself. I have a Belgian Malinois. Have you ever seen a Belgian
Yeah.
Malinois? Oh man.
Yeah,
Oh
my actually
hi.
Coach Sayef, he has one, and then I have a couple of friends that have them, and they're such good dogs. You know, I've had this dog. He's 5 years old. He's pretty
Uh,
good dog. He's a blue heeler mini
yeah.
Aussie mix. Yeah,
He looks like I have a Belgian Malinois. I mean, he's
yeah,
7 months old. He's a fucking maniac. That
yeah. Those dogs are crazy as puppies, man.
man. One time we were at this week. We had this vacation house outside the town, and we go there. We do barbecue and all that stuff. We were about to leave, go back home. We opened the door. There was a fucking cat. And oh my God, when my dog saw that fucking cat, he ran after the cat. Oh my God, that was the craziest thing. And then when he stopped chasing the cat, the fucking another fucking dog showed up and he started chasing after the dog. I was like, Jesus, man. If you want to get a
Yeah,
Belgian Malinois, you gotta expect all that. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Nice dog. Sweet dog. Oh, he's an asshole. He's
they're
he
crazy,
likes
man.
to
They
talk.
got a lot of
Yeah.
energy. A lot of energy.
Energy, yeah. I didn't even know what a fucking Belgian Malinois was. I was I was out with my mother buying groceries, and my dad called. They were like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm busy buying groceries." He was like, "So yeah, anyway, I bought a dog." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I bought a dog." I'm like, "What kind of dog?" I bought a Belgian Malinois. I was like, "The fuck's a Malinois?" I didn't even know what the Malinois was. I thought they were like a kind of German shepherds. I didn't even know.
Yeah, no, I mean they're good dogs though once they get trained, but after like two
Yeah.
or three, they're usually good dogs.
Yeah. So I gotta wait 3 years for him to slow down a little bit. Well, he's a good dog, man. Yeah. Yeah, he's a good dog. Speaking of dogs, you got that dog in you, man. I've seen you fight a lot, and you're you you go in there and you beat people up, man. What do you feel like when you're in there and you're beating people up and you win the fights and you're like, man, I just beat the fuck out of that guy. How does it feel when you're in there?
No, I mean it's a feeling that everybody's chasing. You know, it's like it doesn't have to be MMA, but it's like getting those wins and getting that that drive to go after something. It's the best feeling in the world. Like for me to go out there and get a submission, that's my favorite thing. So it's like it's something you chase all the time. People want to fight. I could fight weekly. I would love to fight more often, but it seems like it slows down quite a bit once you get in the UFC. It's like it's hard to get more than 4 fights a year. So I just been chasing that dream, chasing it forever.
So if you had the chance, would you fight every weekend?
Yeah, I mean, as long as I'm healthy, I'd fight for sure. I mean, it's like practice, I'm practicing twice a day, so it's might as well be getting paid for it and be out there competing. So, as long as I was healthy, I would fight as often as I can.
That's awesome, man. We don't really get fighters like you. We got fighters like they fight once a year. Like I'm gonna name drop him here, Kobe Covington. You know him. He fights like once a year, and he's fighting for a title shot. He beats one old guy, and he's up there in the title shot. What do you think about him, by the way? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I mean, Kobe's good, man. He's definitely good. You know, it's just like you got to be relevant. If you can figure out a way to stay relevant, you either have to fight a lot and you have to win a lot, or you have to figure out a way to get people's attention. And he does a good job. You know, whether you love him or hate him, everybody's watching everything he says, and everybody talks about everything he says. So I mean, you can't look at it, negatively from a fighter standpoint. It's like whoever's getting the most attention, you either gotta join the team and start talking smack like that, or you gotta figure out a way to win fights. And I would rather go out there and win fights than go that route of talking smack all the time. It gets old. There's no way I can do it all the time.
Yeah, man. So I'm looking at Ollie. He's got a question for you. Ollie, do you have a question for Damon?
Um, for your next opponent, do you have anyone in mind, or do whoever the UFC give you?
Yeah. So like Bryce Mitchell, he lost his opponent a couple days ago, and I was it was in between me and Mavzar, and they were going back and forth with me and Mavzar trying to figure out who could show up and make weight and take the fight. And I told him I could definitely make weight, and that I wanted to fight bad, and then. They ended up going with Mavzar, but like there's no one really in particular. There's a lot of people in the division that are so skilled and talented, so you couldn't say that someone doesn't deserve a shot. So it's like for me, I'm just kind of going at them and saying, hey, like I'm ready right now. So let me
Yeah,
whoever you want me to fight, I'll take. And I think it works out better that way because when you get stuck on one person, you kind of like you might lose an opportunity to fight, at a certain time. So I'm just looking at timelines. I want to open my gym and then I want to fight.
yeah.
I want to fight in July, June, end of June or July.
So let's so that fight's not gonna happen, obviously. But who do you have in mind?
I mean, there's yeah, honestly, man, I haven't really like looked at the division. Like Alex Caceres is definitely a guy I would love to go against him. Julian Rosa, I'd like to go
Yeah,
against him. Um, I'd like to fight Danny Gay again, man.
yeah.
It's so
That
frustrating.
dining get
But
fight, that was crazy, man. It was
yeah,
crazy.
just whatever. Got caught,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Shit
Whatever. But
happens, man. Shit happens every time. Like
Yeah,
in the gym, in the
yeah,
cage, shit happens, man. What are you gonna do, man? It's life. We
yeah.
live to fight another
But
day, and that's
honestly,
it.
yeah, honestly, there's not really any one person that just stands out. But I'll fight whoever. People throwing out what's that 35er that came up? I forget his name. I don't know. There's some British dude. He's
Jack Shaw.
yeah, Jack Shore.
Jack Shaw, yeah.
People were saying that we were gonna fight, and I said let's go. And then I don't know if that fell through or what. Like I don't know what's going on with that. But there's people talking. I'll just say yeah, whatever. I don't care. I'll fight whoever. So if someone wants to fight me and they call me out and I take it to the UFC and the UFC wants it, then I'm down. Let's go.
Yeah.
So obviously, do you listen? Would you like to talk shit to your opponent, or you're a guy who wants to go in there and be like, you know what? Shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna talk shit. We're gonna fight. Let's do just throw hands. Or would you like to talk
Yeah.
shit in the near future, maybe?
No, I mean, I jack around with people in practice, and I like mess with people in practice, but I would rather just get in there and fight. I'd rather just get in there and square off like that. My personality, I like to joke around a lot, but it usually doesn't come out until I know people, for a while. So I don't really get out there, and I don't like to make an ass of myself.
I mean, that's funny. The last time I was in a karate tournament, I was like maybe like 12 years old, and I saw this guy online, like in a UFC event, and the guy was like, "Come on!" And I did that, and I got fucking kicked in the head. It was the most embarrassing shit I've ever done in my life. And till this day, talking shit during a sparring session in a face-off, that's it. But in a cage, it's go time, man. No talking shit, no like pointing and flipping off the
Yeah.
camera and all that.
Yeah.
That if you get caught after that, that's fucking embarrassing, man. That's fucking embarrassing.
Yeah.
So let's step into my time machine for a second. Couple years ago, I mean, a long time ago, you want to become a fighter, right? Was that it? Was that the game plan from day one, or did you want to go one way and then ended up in this way? What happened, man?
Yeah, no, I mean, I started my wrestling career just because I wanted to be in the UFC. So like, I started trying to figure out how to be the best like mixed martial artist, and I saw wrestling was the way to go. And so I started wrestling in the seventh grade just because of the UFC. So you know, I've been chasing it for since like fifth or like fifth grade is when I really started watching it, but seventh grade is when I really started like gearing up to train. So I did wrestling for a few years, and I started doing jujitsu, and I've been at it since then.
You were watching UFC since fifth grade? Man,
Yeah, yeah. It
that's
was
a
like
long time, man.
yeah, it's been a minute, man. It was like like 98, 99. So that's when I started watching my uncle. And then seventh grade I started wrestling and just took off with it.
The first time I watched UFC, I think it was, ah,
Yeah, it's
Jesus,
gone now,
Jesus, what happened? What the fuck was that? What the fuck happened? Like, shit, my fucking laptop. I mean, I just bought this brand new laptop, and it's supposed to be the best thing there is. And it's fucking with me, man. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, we done it. We usually when we have a guest around, we record twice. Like we do like breakdowns and all that stuff, and then we interview the fighters. Well, today, I don't know, and it's particularly today and the last episode and the episode before that, this shit never happened, man. I'm so sorry about that. I don't know if it's my
Yeah, no
lap,
worries, no.
if it's the internet or whatever. I don't know what it was. So I don't even know what I was
Yeah, no
talking.
worries.
What was I talking about?
We just got done talking about like how I started watching MMA, and
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
said you started watching it.
Yeah, I was watching the first time I watched MMA, I think it was UFC. I think it was Silva and Whiteman. I think it was the first one. I watched it, and then I watched the rematch, and my mom caught me watching UFC, and she was like, "What the fuck is this? Like, you're not supposed to watch this. You're too young." And then at this exact moment, Silva snapped his leg. Oh my God, my mom wouldn't even let me touch the remote, let alone fucking watch UFC. Every day, she was not worried about me watching porn or fucking doing going on some fucking website. She was like, "Don't watch that shit. It's fucking horrible." I was like, "Mom, it's just fucking UFC." I didn't even know what UFC was. I
That's
didn't even know
fun.
the name. I just got on for, I don't even know if my dad had the pay-per-view. I don't know if he wasn't gonna watch it and he forgot about it or something like that. And then and then I was watching it, and my mom called me and was like, "That was the worst thing." And then I started doing martial arts, and she was like, "You know what? Maybe I should start, letting you watch UFC and make sure you don't watch porn and all that crazy shit." Yeah, that was crazy, man. She was like, "You're watching UFC again?" She didn't even call it UFC. She was like, you're watching that fucking cage fighting again?" I didn't even know what UFC was. I thought UFC stood for something else. I didn't know what it was. It was like still like 2000, like it was like a year later that I found out what UFC was. I would like randomly get on that channel. I was like, "Hey, UFC's playing." I didn't even know it was just Saturday nights. So I would just stand there every single night waiting for UFC to play. And man, I
Yeah,
was a
it's
stupid kid.
fun.
Like usually kids find out after like a week and 2 weeks, like, hey, like it only plays at Saturday night. No, me, I was watching every night. And it would happen like Saturday nights, and I was like, nah, maybe tomorrow plays again. Man, I was such a stupid kid, man. I am still stupid. If I wasn't stupid, I won't fucking fail 7 subjects. But yeah, here we are. You know, I'm gonna be a fighter soon. So yeah, uh, talking about fighting and the young kid and all that. So what was your first fight? What was your first fight like? The first amateur one, the first one that you had, the hardest one. What was it like?
All my amateur ones, you know, I didn't train anything but wrestling and jiu-jitsu, so I would just take everybody down like first 30 seconds and try to go for a sub the whole time. So my first fight though, I landed a side kick and I don't even never even practiced it, like never even practiced it. And I landed like a side kick and then took the kid down and got a rear naked choke and then I was like addicted to it. So I fought like I would fight in the summer because I wrestled in college. So I would, you know, fight every summer. I would fight twice a summer. And then you know, once I was done with school, then I went, you know, started fighting professionally.
So what was your toughest fight? Like which one of your fights was the toughest one out of all the fights that you had?
Uh, I had this kid, Levi Moles. He was in LFA. He's a, you know, tough as hell, really good jiu-jitsu. I went 3 rounds with him, and it was just like a bloodbath. And could not get him out of there. You know, just slugging it out the whole fight. And yeah, that was a tough fight. Yeah, that was probably my toughest one though.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I think I watched that fight. I don't know, man. But I definitely watched your fight with Argueta. He was
Yeah,
making his UFC debut, and you fucking got his back and controlled him on the ground. That was a great fight. So when you go back and you watch that fight, how do you feel? Like, do you see the mistakes that he's made and where you can improve as well? When you look at those fights, what do you feel?
yeah,
What do
for
you
sure.
feel like? Yeah,
Yeah, that fight, you know, it was frustrating. I had a really weird weight cut. Like it was like my legs swelled up. It was really weird. It like I don't know what happened, but my legs were just super tight that fight and I didn't like my performance. You know, it was really frustrating to not get that finish. I felt like I should have got a finish for sure. And you know, he's a tough kid, you know. I think he's won his last 2 fights since
yeah.
then. So I know he's tough and you know, I just like that was a frustrating performance. So I was hoping to get a finish.
I mean that was a great fight, man. I mean, some fans they're casuals. They're like, well, no, it's wrestling, so I'm gonna go take a piss. Now, listen, you watch wrestling, it's fun, man. Like I was watching that fight, and I was like, man, the little details are, the little details, they're the ones that you gotta
Yeah,
look out for, man. Like you're like, oh, dude, two dudes are holding each other against the cage. No, that's not, man. Man, I swear to God, if this shit happens one more time, I'm gonna call the fucking Wi-Fi company. What the fuck is going on, man? Like this shit's never happened. So should we do a little bit of rapid fire here? Would you like to do a rapid fire questions like that?
yeah, go for it. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with one, and only you go after me. All right? I'll ask one, and then
Alright,
you ask one. Yeah. So,
yeah.
your toughest. So you said the toughest fight. So your favorite fight of all time.
Um, I would say, you know, man, that's a tough one because like Forrest Griffin, Stephen Bonner, always a kind of go back to. But Roy McDonald and Robbie Lawyer, that was a crazy ass fight. And you know, GSP back whenever he's fat and Matt Hughes, those are like my top three.
So, only you, your turn.
What's your favorite finish of your own?
I like getting a head and arm triangle, like an arm triangle. That's like my favorite thing. I get it a lot in practice, and I finished quite like I think I've finished 4 or 5 fights like that. So I like that. That's like one of my favorite submissions.
All right. Let's step out of the MMA game for a second. Your favorite musician or your favorite band?
This guy named Jacquees. He's an R&B guy. I like him a lot. And then Morgan Wallen. So those combo. You know, I like Morgan Wallen right now. It's country, but you know, I listen to a little bit of everything, man. I got four daughters, so I listen to a lot.
Yeah. Let's stop for a second. I was gonna recommend a band to you. It's called Ghost. I don't know if you're a religious guy, but if you're a religious guy, you might not like them. They're called Ghost, and they're a little bit of satanic band. Their song is actually going viral. It's called "Mary on the Cross." I don't know if you've heard it. Just wanted to put it out
No,
there.
trash.
You go out, yeah. They're great, man. They're great. All right, so it was supposed to be rapid fire. Only you're go next.
Do you have a favorite TV show?
Yeah, I like The Office. It's
Uh,
like
Oh. I
Yeah.
I've
was
been
gonna,
watching that for a while.
yeah, I
Yeah,
was
I
actually
watched
watching
it.
episode one like a couple minutes ago. Yeah, I'm actually getting
That's
into it
cool.
now. Like I haven't really watched it. So, your
Yeah, I've watched
favorite movie?
Top Gun.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one either. I, I actually consider myself to be a movie guy, but I don't know. I haven't watched Top Gun and I haven't watched Office. And what the fuck, man? Your favorite sport other than MMA?
Hockey.
I don't know if I haven't seen hockey at all. Like I don't even know what the rules are. All right, Ali, you go.
Who's outside yourself? Who's your favorite UFC fighter?
Man, I like a few guys, but like like my favorite fighter of all time was Frankie Edgar, and I really looked up to him a lot whenever I was first starting to train and stuff, and he's a good dude, good family guy, and I like him a lot.
That's awesome, man. Let's see. Um, all right. So this is a one versus one. So would you rather watch Bellator or ONE FC?
One FC.
Shit. I'm a big fan of ONE FC as well, but Bellator is kind of more. It's kind of like has a bigger name, to be honest with you. Would you agree on
Yeah.
that with me? Like they have guys like Benson Henderson and you go the Nurmagomedovs are in there and all that stuff. All right, Ali, you go.
Um, outside the UFC, do you like watch the PFL tournament?
I'd like the PFL was okay, but I wasn't a big fan of them the way they carried out because I followed them once and their contracts were kind of trash and I didn't like the company like itself, like the whole organization wasn't good, but they've done a lot better now. They've grown a lot and they've done a pretty good job with their promotion, but I don't really keep up with the PFL stuff anymore because it's kind of set up, for it's always set up for one of the fighters. So yeah, not a big fan of them.
So are you saying so this is something big here. So are you saying that the PFL actually is fixing fights or like they're favoring other fighters or something like that?
Don't say that. No, they're not fixing fights, but they're gonna they're gonna give a few guys layup matchups. Like they want the right guys to be in the finals. They want people to watch the fights, so they're giving them the easier fights. It's not they're You're never gonna get two fighters that go out there and just flop a fight. Like there's not a lot of guys that do that. Like you can obviously tell when that happens, and it has happened. That all this crap with James Krause and those guys, and
Yeah.
it has happened, but it doesn't happen often.
So yeah, speaking of James Grass, what were your thoughts on the thing, the whole thing? I don't even know what happened, to be honest with you. Like one time I woke up, I was like, James Krause has been taken down on all that shit. Like he was fixing fights, whatever. So what are your thoughts on that? Like, what should happen to James Krause right now?
I don't know. I couldn't say anything like that. I just think it's kind of bullshit. It just ruins the integrity of the sport, and the whole sport's built around discipline and honor. And you got some guys like that that are throwing fights and acting like children. It's kind of it sucks. It sucks to see because I know James personally. I grew up training with him, and like he's a good dude, family guy. I don't want to see him getting in trouble, but what he did was, it's not good because he's probably going to get in some trouble, and hopefully he can fix it and they can fix it. But like as a martial artist, like I don't like seeing that kind of stuff.
So so I actually don't know this, but is has it actually been proven that is he really like guilty of committing fraud and all that? Was he guilty? Like, is
I
it?
don't know all the I don't know all the details with it. I know that the way that he had a betting channel where he was in control of people's accounts and he was placing bets on fights that he knew would that they would lose. So he did do a lot of things, and he is guilty for a lot of it, but I don't know what, I don't know exactly what all he's guilty for, and I don't want to speak on that too much. But he's a good dude for the most part. He's never done anything like this. This is just something that he got caught up in, and hopefully he gets out of it. But
Yeah.
I think he's in some trouble.
Yo, yeah, and one of his fighters actually, Jeff Molina, there was a video of him that got leaked. Did you see that video? Do you know what happened with that?
I didn't see the video, but I heard about it.
Yeah, man.
I got a
I
couple
think
buddies.
yeah,
Couple of buddies that try to send that to me, and I'm like, bro, like I'm not watching this crap. Like, don't send that to me. Like, I don't care. Like, if he's gay, he's gay. Whatever, man. Like, nobody cares. Like, hopefully he doesn't catch too much crap. But it's like,
yeah.
it is what it is. Whatever. If you're gay, you're gay. Like, no one cares, man. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. It's whatever. But well, I didn't even see the videos. Thank God I didn't see the fucking video, man. But
Bro, you saw the video.
no, I swear to God,
Yeah, you did.
I actually fucking looked for it. I was like, I gotta take
Oh
one for the
my
team.
Oh God.
bro.
I
You
I
should
gotta
have
take
said
one for
that.
the team to see what happened. I was like, if it's too bad, I'm gonna
Bro.
quit. I'm not gonna watch it.
Just
I was
take
like,
people's word for it.
I swear
Bro,
to
you
God, I
gotta take
didn't
people's
even
word
watch it.
for it.
I
He came,
searched everywhere and
yeah.
it wasn't, and I couldn't fucking see it, man. I searched it. I wanted to see, man, if it was really Jeff. I didn't even know what happened, man.
Bro, he said it was. He just take his word. He just said it out loud. So I mean, take his word. I believe him. I believe him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, whatever. If he's gay, he's gay. Good for him. Good for him. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Just make sure you fucking put on a condom. Fucking HIV out there is fucking rough,
Damn, bro.
man.
All right,
Like
man.
yeah. Sometimes I go on these fucking crazy ass rants. Like I don't even know where I'm fucking going. So yeah, man. I think that's it for today, I guess. So yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
guys for joining. Thank you, Damon. I know you gotta go to the gym. Thank you for the time. So is there
For
anything
sure.
you want to say? Call somebody out, anything else?
Nah. Anybody wants to call me out, start calling me out. I'll say yes. I don't give a shit. I'll fight him back.
Yeah,
So we'll see it.
yeah. Damon Jackson, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck to you in the future. And I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching.